It was disturbing to see how far advanced the Nazi war machine had come. Smart as our guys were, we had nothing like this.
With Cherbourg secured, Supreme Allied Command has identified our next priority, the crossroad town of St. Lo. Now the only place we can cross the River Veer is right here. Unfortunately, we have very limited intelligence on this area. Able Company will move in after dawn.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Sir Cypher here with Let's Play Far Cry Mission 8, St. Fromond. And I actually kind of like this mission. It can go either pretty easily or pretty complicated. But hopefully I can manage to get it done with not too much hassle. But it's a pretty fun mission. I enjoy playing it.
The 38th SS Panzer Grenadier has blown the only bridge into St. Fromond. Without it, Division can't push forward. It's Abel's job to get the engineers in there and bring that bridge back into play. Once the bridge is up, it'll have to be protected. This means pushing the 38th back, out of St. Fromond. By flanking the town, we should be able to force the Krauts into a pocket around the town square, here. Then it's just a matter of clearing the square and capturing this strategic point. The bridge to St. Fromond is out of action. We need to start repairs.
So this mission is pretty straightforward, building some veteran rifles here. But there is a slight problem in the fact that the original game, as it was released, had different rules for how vehicles worked. And the game basically wants you to repair this bridge right away and start attacking the town. But to do that, and to have really any good chance of success, you really need a tank. Now this is a Sherman Calliope, which has a rocket battery on top, which you'll see what this does. It shoots a essentially barrage of rockets at the target area. Now, much like the Sherman Crocodile, its main gun doesn't do anything. It doesn't have a main gun it can fire. But that wasn't originally the case. The original Sherman Calliope in the original version of the game could fire its main gun. Now it can't. It kind of got a little bit nerfed. So we're going to have to really wait till we get a real Sherman to go across this bridge. The reason I'm getting veteran squads of rifles is because rifles who are veteran will start off with weapons that they've had before. So that's how I can get some rifles with bazookas. Get my guys to crawl out of range of this machine gun so they can cap this point. So we're going to need AT when we get across this bridge, so that's why we need these elite rifles.
Listen up. Move on, men. Time to kill some crowd. Move it. Oh, we'll take it all right.
So they're shooting obviously at my Calliope, but you know, not a super big deal. Like you can see all these armored cars and stuff prowling around the bridge. Yeah, if we don't have at least one real tank, it's pretty complicated to get over there.
Get crew deployed. Form up. Ready, right flank.
But thankfully we have a high fuel point with an observation post they give us at the beginning.
Move. Watch your space.
So we're doing okay on terms of units.
Get crew deploy. Form up. Border team moving. Make it happen.
Okay, now we have enough for the fuel depot, or the tank depot.
We need to get that tank depot together.
Taking fire. Cavalry on the field. Give us some gas. Time.
And again, I feel like this game was originally intended how it was balanced. It was intended that you would be able to use this Calliope to drive across the river. But either way, we're pretty close to having a tank. And then once we do get across the river, we have a bunch of squads of veteran infantry that we'll use to push in here. Now, the game is actually, I don't know if you noticed in the intro, in the sort of strategic map video, the game suggested you flank the town square. Actually, you capture these 2 points and these 2 points before you capture the strategic point in the middle of the square. And there's a reason for that,
Enemy
and
unit
I'm going to
down.
do that as the intro suggested.
Cav here.
Make sure we finish off all these buildings here.
Time to kill some crowds.
The Calliope is a very effective artillery weapon, and like most artillery weapons, the farther away you are when you shoot it, the wider the spread is, and the closer you are, the more narrow the spread is. So if you want to just saturate a large area with a Calliope, if you shoot from farther away, it'll have a wide scattering of rockets. But if you fire from a very close range, it'll be a very concentrated barrage. So if you're trying to destroy a specific building or vehicle or something, you should really be up close.
The rest of the boys are counting on us.
It's at this point I'm going to actually start.
Ready to move in.
I'm going to start repairing this bridge.
Go.
And I think there's no more machine gunners here to cause me any problems.
Border, here. Crew deploy. The men are formed up, sir. Border here.
But I'll still keep shelling over here just to
Yes, sir.
make sure the enemy can't.
Yep, we got it.
Hopefully the enemy just doesn't bum rush across this bridge as soon as I'm done repairing it.
Keep those rifles. Get those engineers working. They won't repair the bridge on their own.
So as you can see, the circle. This is the maximum range of the Calliope is here. You see this circle fills up the whole screen almost. But if I get closer, the circle gets a lot smaller, and that represents the AoE of the Calliope. So I'm just going to fire a barrage into the square. Hopefully I manage to hit something. I hit a couple people.
Let's go. Front and center.
So you see as they're repairing this bridge, there's this animation of these, these metal pieces and these girders sliding across. So if you're watching somebody repair a bridge, you can just look at it to kind of get kind of a visual approximation of how close the bridge is to being finished.
Keep on it, engineers.
I'm going to call in actually a squad of rank 3 veteran engineers because we might need them once we get over there if we need to repair the tank in combat. Like all veteran units, veteran engineers get defensive and offensive bonuses. So they're a lot more survivable than just stock
Bridge
engineers.
is almost done. Get everyone ready to storm the town.
So bridge is almost done being completed, or almost completed repairing.
Heavy armor reporting. Armor ready to take it to him.
Engineer corps, break it down. We're moving.
I'm going to get BARs now.
What needs doing?
Alright, the bridge is repaired.
Square.
Win this war by standing
Time to
around.
storm across this thing. Now this bridge can still be destroyed again. But hopefully the enemy won't have anything over here that can destroy our bridge.
Armor rank headed on target. Taking fire. Roger.
Enemy unit down.
Main cannon.
GI's ready. Engineer squad ready. Heads on the way. Burn them out of there, red hole. Sharp, rifleman. Move out, man. John. Don't bunch up. Stay alert.
You boys earned your stripes.
So I got BARs now.
Armor has the
Time to finish storming into this town square, and then we'll branch off and take the flanking positions.
Got up.
taking fire. Point us out.
That's the town square. Looks like it's well defended.
Keep it moving. No one hit him.
Pay attention.
Enemy unit down.
So the Calliope's repaired. Looks like there's some heavy enemy opposition over here. So I'll just carpet bomb it with the Calliopes.
Just tell us
At
what
the same time, I'll have these squads. I'll have my veteran squads hook over to the left, since they have anti-tank weapons and they don't really need as much support. Where I'll have my my normal units attack to the right.
What's our plan, cavalry? Taking fire.
is ready, sir.
Again, the enemy seems to have a lot of stuff concentrated in these buildings.
Paradrop reserves are now
For this map, we are actually airborne company as our doctrine. So
enemy unit down. Reinforcement underway.
so you see my veteran infantry cleaning up house over here. My non-veteran infantry not being quite so lucky,
Ready to die.
but they're doing their best. At the same time, I'll pull up these.
Enemy unit down.
Move up these engineers to and these mortars in case anybody needs some support.
We'll take it all right.
Border ready.
Now we could take this. I could take this point right now, but I'm going to take these flanking points first, like the intro video suggested we do.
Ready for battle.
And I'll also be calling down some airborne, because like I said, we are airborne company as our doctrine for this mission.
Awaiting your orders, sir. Break it down and double time it. Shake it or bake it, it's all the same to us. Yeah, we can fix her up.
Now, since our base is going to be so far away, our base is going to be all the way across the river, I'm going to put I'm going to turn this building here into a forward barracks,
Looks like we
because I think that'd be a good thing to have, a forward place we can reinforce from, so we don't have to necessarily run our troops all the way across the river every time they get hurt.
We'll take it all right. Listen up, rifle squad. Looks like we've fight today.
Same time, I'll just have people keep advancing because, you know, why not?
Ready for the crowd. Another beating.
Uh-oh.
Eagle, weapons on Jerry.
Airborne.
Grenade that target. Eagles, praying on
Throw a grenade at our feet.
On me, you fucks, on me.
Airborne reinforcements are on the way.
Either way, though, we have this objective.
Squad, grab that.
So now I'll turn this into a forward barracks.
Squad ready.
And then I'll same time I'll start capping this forward point.
Airborne. Eyes on the perimeter. Jerry, don't find out. Drop two, ladies. Check your ammo. Clear your sights.
Taking ammo depot.
We're ready to move in.
Just give the order. Oh, we'll take it all right.
Same time, just doing little minor things like getting the range upgrade on my or the cannon upgrade on my
Welcome to France. Objective secured. Rifle
what do you
squad
call it, my Sherman.
Back at full fighting strength.
armed Kaz and take the field.
Airborne. Jerry don't mind us ready for battle. Taking ammo depot.
Paratroopers on point. Looks like we fight today. Taking ammo depot.
Ready for the crowds. We got a full combat load.
Point is ours.
St. Fromond secured.
Enemy unit down.
They won't be bothering us.
So we've captured the point now. We've secured the town. But
Able Company now controls St. Fromond. Recon shows heavy troop movements in this area. And rocket batteries have been spotted here. We can expect a counterattack from the 38th SS at any moment. Town square cannot fall to the enemy. It's going to cost us, but we have to hold them back. This bridgehead is critical to our advance.
now the game doesn't tell you this, but really what this mission is defend the town for 30 minutes, or ...
Good work. The town square is ours. The Germans will counterattack. We cannot let them retake the town square. We hold here, men. We need to set up defenses in the town square.
The real mission
Get
is
some mines across the roads and build tank traps. Get some MGs in the remaining buildings. Secure all nearby strategic points. Put a sniper in the bell tower of that church. Okay.
yeah, got it.
This is Able Company.
The real thing is to either defend the town square for 30 minutes. Hopefully I'll get across this bridge before that yet. The real thing is to defend the town for X amount of time, or to take out the enemy base. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take out the enemy base. Or that's I'm going to attempt to take out the enemy's base.
Airborne. Jerry don't mind us dropping show on the road.
So we're going to advance over here.
Unit down.
Give her some gas, Tiny. Down. Rifle squad has Let's get in there. Give her some gas, Tiny.
Now,
Roger that.
I'm going to use this recon plane to sort of scope out
Recon flight standing by.
what we're dealing with
Bird dog,
on the way over
clear
there.
smoke.
Let's firing on us! Cover me!
Yep, we got it.
Hey, they got an entire headquarters right on the edge of the town.
The 38th SS headquarters has been located just outside of town.
Now, of course, everybody and their brother is coming to counterattack the town, but that's not going to stop us.
Take the field.
We are going to be doing an assault.
Will do.
Who's the boogeyman? Who do you want dead?
After one of our munitions points, have him back to full strength in no time.
Watch that firing line!
We have incoming rockets on our position. Able Company, neutralize those rocket batteries!
Sniper ready for orders.
We're being hit by crowd infantry!
Get your heads down! Rockets incoming!
So the enemy's attacking me with rockets, but whatever.
Engineers here! Let's go, let's go!
Airborne here. Up two, ladies. Yeah. Give me some hustle, airborne. Went missing, Watch the line.
Ready
On
to
our
fight.
way.
Suck it up!
But thankfully, we don't actually have any guys in the town square, so really, it's more hurting.
Make it happen!
It's more hurting them than it is us.
Ready for the crowd!
Front shifting. Crowds are
There's another NEP site.
Move the fuck out!
Trying to drive my tank in here, but it doesn't want to cooperate.
Time to kill some
Nebelware for battery spotted. Armed units guarding it.
So we're going to keep on advancing here.
Just point me at him.
Casualties being reported.
I'm taking a lot of fire from this AT gun,
Enemy unit
but
down.
we should be able to take it out with a good, solid Calliope barrage. It looks like we fought off this advance here. I think I lost a unit of infantry.
Drawing a lot of fire here!
But I think we're going to be okay overall. I'll call down more airborne,
Damn, you made me proud, squad.
Roger that.
because those are always a good thing to have.
Help us!
Infantry reserves en route. Enemy reinforcement proceeding.
So I'm going to scoot out my tank a little bit more here, so I can at least shoot at these buildings. How is that AT gun not dead?
Back at full fighting strength. Listen up, Paris.
Observation posts
get
report
going.
we are losing a sector.
Rockets inbound! Take cover!
So more rockets coming in, but that's fine.
Reinforcement underway.
Airborne here.
Krauts are grabbing our territory.
Listen here.
Rifle squad, on me! Move your ass!
Enemy unit down.
It seems weird that my Sherman can't shoot this thing from where it is.
Enemy unit down.
Time to get out on the trail, let's-
So either way, my infantry seems to be having a tough time running through these clouds of death. But that's okay.
Airborne. Weapons free and taking ammo sector.
We are going to keep on keeping on
Enemy unit down.
and not let this discourage us.
People.
Engineers, saddle up!
Eagles preying on Jerry.
So we'll throw a satchel charge at these guys.
Watch your cover.
Get your head down! Rockets incoming!
Safety's off and on me.
So at the same time,
Enemy unit down.
fighting them here. We gotta fight them here as well.
Got a Nebelwerfer site here.
Panzers! They got panzers!
So obviously things are going a little rough here in the middle of the square.
Let's roll!
We're airborne.
Infantry reserves en route. Reinforcement proceeding.
Time to kill some crowd.
Enemy unit down.
But we gotta be strong.
No time.
Paratroopers here. Go! Go, go, go! Goddamn bazooka for this shit! Fire!
Hopefully we can take out this Panzer IV before it blows up my Sherman.
Fire the rifle!
Infantry reserves en route. Reinforcement proceeding.
Stay low!
Enemy unit down.
Moving, squad! Advance!
Airborne is in the field.
What?
We'll have them back to full strength in no time.
The men are
So what that message is that this truck drop Goliath dropped is
stand up, airborne.
those Goliaths are these things that we saw in the beginning of the game that blew up that bridge, and if you destroy enemy units, you can if you destroy enemy vehicles like transportation trucks,
Airborne has hit the field.
you can select them and use them yourself. So I'm just gonna keep fighting these trucks.
Enemy unit down. Reinforcement underway.
So boom. Just blew up all those guys with the Goliath. They're pretty useful units.
Airborne here. Hooah!
Same time, keep calling in barrages from my
Got hostiles in the compound. Base is under
from my Calliope,
Airborne! Airborne! Here we go!
fighting these guys.
Weapons hot! Get going!
Time to kill some crowd.
enemy unit down.
Make it happen. Asses again. Ready for the crowd. Crack that goddamn crowd. Listen up, people. Let's go. Safety's on.
Eagles active. Safety's off and on me. Pull back!
So in the middle, I'm not doing so well,
Rolling out, airborne.
but
Here.
I am managing to push in quite a bit into the enemy's base. Uh-oh, shoot.
Stay low!
I might actually be able to kill this with a strafing run,
Enemy unit
even
down.
though it's a flat
Confirmed.
cannon. I took out one of them.
Airborne here.
Our position is under fire!
Either way, the enemy's hitting us pretty hard here. But
Weapons hot, let's
Get your head
gotta keep advancing.
Rockets incoming!
Shake it or bake it, it's all
We're calling an AT gun to help us push here.
Enemy unit down.
So yeah, we're taking some pretty brutal fire, but thankfully, since we built this AT gun, or this forward position in this church, we seem to be doing okay. The enemy's trying to rebuild this.
Safety's on.
Meeting resistance!
Our front lines are collapsing.
We're calling more strafing runs.
Airborne in the hot spot.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
The enemy is firing at me here, but at the same time we're pushing back, taking some points back.
Cops are hitting us pretty
Yes,
hard
sir.
here!
Let's go, Airborne. Weapons free.
Get your heads down! Rockets incoming!
Sound off, Airborne.
Enemy is still shooting rockets at us.
Full strength in no time.
For some reason my guy doesn't want to listen to me, my Sherman.
Enemy
There we
unit
go.
down.
Engineers engaging the enemy.
Eagles. Airborne is hit the field.
Losing ground out there.
I'll bring my Calliope in here so we can get a little bit better.
Base is under attack.
Anti-tank ready! Move, move!
The enemy is attacking here, but I think we're going to fight him
Enemy unit
off.
down.
Oh, we'll take it all right.
Position taking fire!
We'll call down even more airborne, because
You're losing a sector.
airborne rule. Now the enemy does have an AT gun over here, which they're shooting at me with. Hopefully I can escape with my Sherman before it gets killed by this AT gun.
Enemy unit down.
Holy moly.
AT squad under fire!
Reinforcement underway.
Airborne up. Yes, sir.
What up, Fromond?
Airborne.
Airborne taking fire!
So I'm going to continue to keep pushing out here. We'll have to retreat those guys. They're looking pretty ragged.
Rockets inbound! Take cover!
Put some grenades down their throat. Eagles preying on
Germans
Jerry.
are seizing territory from us.
Airborne on me. Let's go, ladies.
So I think I'm actually in a sort of uncharacteristic move. I'm going to cap this. What are you guys doing?
Move out.
Run.
Get going. Through that way. We got a bazooka.
I'm gonna crew this flak
Airborne
veerling
reinforcements are enemy unit down.
because I think it'll be useful to have.
Eagles preying on Jerry.
here!
Airborne.
Infantry reserves en route.
Get
Reinforcement
those
proceeding.
legs moving.
It should be able to help out some against all these this business over here. And
Rocket battery neutralized.
this should allow us to keep pushing forward.
Fire at will.
My Sherman's almost finished repairing,
Enemy unit down.
so that can help with that.
We'll take it.
All those airborne are almost dead.
Have them back at full strength in no time.
For some reason my Sherman shoot.
Let's go!
Enemy unit down.
The enemy's still fighting us, but we've taken out most of these buildings, so he can't build as many troops.
Incoming!
Infantry reserves en route.
I guess the enemy moved some of their rocket batteries, so they just keep them in their base.
Artillery! Help us help you!
Armor's on the job. Keep it pushing gas,
So this is their headquarters. I'm just gonna throw some satchel charges into that business there. And they have kind of a forward barracks sort of deal there, but I'm gonna be taking care of that with Nurble-Werfers.
Eagles here! Roger that!
Engaging target.
Eagles praying on Jerry! 1, Jerry 0!
So they're trying to flag me here, but because I crewed this Nurble-Werfer, my Sherman's like in this pond.
Enemy unit.
Because I crewed this Nurble-Werfer,
Infantry reserves en route.
the enemy doesn't really have a way to deal with this. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to retreat these guys. So I almost killed that last Nurble-Werfer. Just with my troops.
Good job, man. The 38th SS HQ is out of action. They won't be able to coordinate counterattacks.
So I destroyed their HQ. But the enemy is just going to keep calling in rockets on me, obviously. And I got to deal with this advanced headquarters deal.
Infantry reserves en route. Reinforcement proceeding.
I think their rockets were here, so hopefully I can take that out with a Calliope barrage.
Check your ammo! Weapons hot! Let's roll! Airborne here! No fear!
Dispatching airborne reinforcements.
That's another Nebelwerfer.
Able Company, good job. You got them all.
So I did the secondary objective. I destroyed the Nurble-Werfers.
The Germans are after one of our munitions.
We're ready to move in.
Obviously, I haven't pushed them back all the way. They've taken back some of these points. But sometimes it takes a little while for the game to sort of trigger it. But basically, it's going to end the mission pretty soon.
Under fire.
Because it recognizes that I've
Paris, airborne. Hope Jerry don't mind us. Airborne
essentially killed everything.
Fuel point. Airborne's on it.
Check your ammo.
Safety zone. Back at full fighting strength.
Ready
Have
for
them
the
back to
crowd.
full strength in no time.
So I'm going to just keep pushing forward. I waited a little bit too long to finish uncapping this point. Now I got to deal with these guys who just spawned.
Infantry reserves en route. Reinforcement proceeding.
Ready for battle. Move it.
So we're going to keep advancing.
Rifle squad.
Eagles exercise! Up, airborne! They're taking
Attack!
shots at us!
Sound off. Ready! Rally on me!
We're ready.
Enemy unit down. Infantry reserves en route. Reinforcement proceeding.
Stand down, Able Company. The SS are retreating. Conti, give me a casualty report and report to HQ that the bridgehead is secure. We did our jobs.
So there we go. We didn't have to wait the full 30 minutes because we attacked the headquarters and defended the town square at the same time. And then we finally took out the headquarters and all the Nurble-Werfers. And the game allows you to win that way, which is good. It means we don't have to sit around for 15 minutes with no enemy units on the map and just wait for the timer to tick down. So I did waffle a little bit at the beginning while I waited to get a Sherman, because I knew that once you build the bridge and you get across, there's all sorts of tanks and armored cars and machine guns that you have to deal with. And then as soon as you take the town square, you just make a beeline for their base and fight it. So that's what I did, and so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.